Today is International Civil Aviation Day. Now let's hand over to Simphiwe Ngongwane, who's out at the Heidelberg Aerodrome. Simphiwe, a very good morning to you. What can we expect today?
Well, a very good morning to you, Lebs, and again a warm welcome to the Heidelberg Aerodrome in Heidelberg, east of Johannesburg. This is the home of the International Civil Aviation Day and an air show that will be held a little later on today. And, the Transport Minister, Fikile Mbalula, will commission this particular air show and give a keynote address. And as I've said earlier on, we will be discussing a variety of issues here in terms of career advancement for everybody who wants to take up civil aviation as an interest or as a discipline or as a career choice in their life. As you can see, I'm nestled in this beast, the B0150. Well, it's actually a helicopter from the South African Police Services, which is normally used and mainly used for search and rescue operations. And boy, it does look good on me, Leb, don't you think? And I'm actually considering a career in civil aviation, and you might be alone there, Lebs, but this is what we'll be discussing in this particular segment, the career advancement that is available and some of the career opportunities for those who want to take up civil aviation. And I'm joined by Ms. Poppy Koza. She is from the South African Civil Aviation Authority. She is the Director of Civil Aviation, SACA, and as well as Councillor Lerato Maloka, the Executive Mayor of Heidelberg District. Ladies, a very good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to Morning Live.
Thank you and good morning. Thank you and good morning to the viewers.
Indeed. Ms. Koza, I'm going to start with you. First of all, I want to get this from you as to how the year has been for the Civil Aviation Authority. And I do understand that you've won quite a number of accolades from the International Civil Aviation Authority.
So I think 2022 has been a great year for civil aviation, particularly for our country. There's been quite a number of developments. We are recovering from the COVID-19 pandemic, as you know, and it's quite pleasing to see the growth, of the aviation industry, particularly as, you look at the growth in traffic, the growth in passengers, but also we've also seen the new entrants, coming in, international flights, coming back. So civil aviation is, in fact, in its road to recovery. But maybe just to touch on some of the other developments for our country, which I think the Minister or the Deputy Minister of Transport will touch on, is the fact that South Africa was re-elected to the International Civil Aviation Organization, which means that South Africa is quite a player in the international arena, and we are quite proud that we've got a voice internationally, a position that we've held since 2003. And we were re-elected just recently. But also we've retained our Category 1 status with the United States when they came to audit us in July, and they've confirmed that indeed South Africa's aviation safety systems are on par with them, which means that South African air carriers can have a free entry into the US and operate there without any restrictions. We were also recently audited by the International Civil Aviation Organization on aviation security, and they've confirmed that indeed South Africa is doing exceptionally well to maintain both its aviation safety and security. But of course, we were also as a country elected to chair the Assembly, the International Civil Aviation General Assembly, which happened in Canada, and first in Africa, first in the world to have a woman to chair that assembly as the president. So I think when it comes to civil aviation globally, I think we have a reason to celebrate as a country. Okay. We are a force to be reckoned with. Indeed. We are indeed not a small player at all, and we are doing our level best. And I think it speaks to the political will of our government in terms of ensuring that we've got quite a robust aviation system that is able, to grow, the civil aviation. We've got a number of airlines, as you would know, coming into South Africa. In fact, many of them want to fly into South Africa. But equally, we have South African airlines flying, into the other countries. So we look forward to more innovation, more development, particularly in the drone space, which is one of the technologies that are really growing exponentially. And so there's a space for everyone, including, the learners. We've been encouraging them throughout the week, to take up aviation as alternative careers. We've got a history in this country, as you would know, where civil aviation was unknown, a taboo. But with all the awareness that we are creating, we are here now in Heidelberg. We are going to be engaging with the communities. The mayor is here. The deputy minister of transport is here. The minister will be here. We've got all our partners, here in present, and we are saying, let's open up this sector to the masses, and it must, in fact, even reflect the demographics of our country, because if we think about transformation of this sector, we are lagging behind.
Yeah.
And this is something that we really need to put more effort in terms of ensuring that there is no child
Indeed.
that is left behind, especially those who have aspirations to join this sector.
Indeed.
It's open, and civil aviation is open for business.
Sure. In as much as today is, the International Civil Aviation Day and Air Show, but I suppose it's a time where we need to reflect and just, celebrate our wins, celebrate our gains, celebrate our achievements, as she just articulated, especially on the international civil aviation space. And I know that it'll start a sort of a domino effect. Such achievements will lead to economic development. And we're focusing on the Citibank district this morning, and as to what sort of economic spin-offs might be available as a result of such achievements that Popikoza has just articulated. And I want you to take us into your confidence as to how the district municipality or the Citibank district will ensure and foster economic development on a district and regional level. Mayor?
Thank you so much. I think where we are today, it's part of our special economic zone area. We're working with the provincial and national department to making for sure that to promote economic development in this region, particularly in Heidelberg. This aerodrome, it's one of those sites that we are saying that we are going to boost the economy. Currently, we have an application that was submitted to the Minister of Trade and Industry of around 1.4 billion for the application that is supported by the world's the biggest bank that is supporting this area.
Okay.
Issues of job creations, not only on this one, as I said, in the Valley we have a multi-sector special economic zone. In each municipality, as we're at the district, we'll have priority project. As I said, this one is one in Heidelberg, we have one in Midval, we have one in Emfuleni, to make sure that we revive the economy of this region. And through these initiatives, and also the Career Expo, it speaks to what you are saying, what the economy would want. We will be able to get those learners here, giving them exposure in this sector. What are the opportunities there, and for them also developing interest. But in 10 years to come, this area, this corridor, the N3 corridor, it will look differently. You'd ask yourself, say, 10 years back I was here, as the local mayor said that part of this airport we want to do a cargo airport. We also have an aviation school here that will also say people from around, they must come with the interest that we're saying we're developing for them to see an opportunity in this sector.
All right. And as we've said earlier on, it's all about opportunity, opportunity, opportunity. And how do we identify those opportunities, and how do we ensure that every member of this community will benefit from such opportunity? And as we've just heard the mayor say, that the N3 in the next 10 years will be a hive of civil aviation activity and economic activity. And earlier on, we've heard from the Lesedi municipal mayor, Mluleki Nkosi, saying that there will be a much greater development in terms of getting citizens of this area to embark on civil aviation as an area of interest. Today we're celebrating the International Civil Aviation Day. We're coming to you live from the Heidelberg Aerodrome in Heidelberg, east of Johannesburg.